So I'm gonna do a quick video on my Lanai build. I didn't take any video of the build. I wasn't planning on doing a channel at the time, but I want to show you guys what my friend Judah did. So he's my friend that does all the welding and it's gonna be working with me. I did a lot of work on this too. I sanded everything. So these are Ohia logs from the property here. Actually, those trees right there. We took down a bunch of them and I saved a lot of the logs. There's my dog Rosie. She's hanging out right now. But this is what we did with them and they came out really nice. I mean, they look amazing. And that's why I'm gonna save any Ohia tree I take down. I'm gonna save all the wood because it's such a nice wood when you finish it. I mean, it just looks amazing. So we sanded all the beams, all the tongue and groove. Actually planed all the beams and routed the edges. So it came out really nice and it's nice and smooth. It took a lot of sanding. And we did the same thing to the railing top. This is just Douglas fir, just a #1. And we planed it and routed the edges. And I put sickens on this that's stain, the same stain I used on the Ohia logs here. Hey Rosie, how's it going? So yeah, it was a big project. I mean, the problem we had was the Lanai was an odd shape going around, and every section, so this section here was a different distance than that section, and then that section was different, and the other section on the other side is different. So to make this roof line up with the pitch, it was difficult. Everything was custom fitted. I mean, you see you have to run some ends like this because they didn't match up because it's a different pitch on this side than this side. So you have to make some custom fitments here, and that worked out pretty good. It looks good the way he did it. And then we did some custom brackets here. So we just used T-brackets and we actually rounded off the corners. So you can see rounded it off, and then here we rounded that off and cut a custom groove in there, routed that out, and attached a T-bracket right through both sides. So that was nice. And on the bottom, we made these wooden dowels. We actually cut using a custom hole saw bit, and there's a dowel coming out the bottom about 4 inches in diameter, and it's locked in by one spack slag coming up. And then we spack slagged all of the beams, or all the supporting beams, you know, to this one, and bolted these right through on the T-brackets. So they came out really nice. This one's nice. I like this log here. Look at the grain on that. So if you stain it right with the sickens, you can still see the grain really nice. But this is 4 coats of sickens and you gotta wipe it off. So that's the key, is you use a really nice sponge to put it on, and then you wait a few minutes, and then you come with some nice cloths and you wipe it off, all the excess, so you're not hiding the grain. If you don't do that, it's gonna have a fake look and almost like a painted look. So it takes a lot more coats, but 4 coats and it looks really nice. And look how nice and clean the bottom is. I mean, it just sits perfect on the Trex that we use, or this is New Tech wood, similar to Trex. That looks nice too. So you can see we used 16 logs, and I sanded all these beams, all these logs. The logs had to be sanded twice. I had to pressure wash them all. We dried them out. I mean, there's a huge process, so I'll make a video on the process of working with these logs. And it was a big process. You have to dry them right. I use anchor seal to seal the ends when we dried them, and waited about, it was about a year before we started, so they're still drying as they're standing here, but we sealed them right and they're not cracking very much at all. This one's the most exposed to the sun. There's little cracks here, but that's not that bad. I mean, it's really small. If you don't do it right, you'll get like 1/4 inch gaps or cracks that'll form. But these are nice. They're not really cracking at all. So you can see this side's a lot shorter. So it was hard to blend this in. Every one of these was custom fitted, and you can see there's a spacer in here that you have to kind of step down. So a 4x4 he put, and then he stepped it down a little bit there, and then stepped it down again here, just to run this pitch that's pretty steep here compared to this one. And it fit pretty good. I mean, you can see how he made it line up, but you can see the pitch difference right there. And then this is kind of tapered off. So he did a really good job with it, and it came out nice. So there's 16 logs total on this. This one's pretty nice too. Look at that. So that's just some natural knotting, which is pretty nice. And all of them, we set them down, you know, flush with the New Tech wood. So a lot of custom work on this. You can see how he stepped that up so it won't be exposed here. And then kind of just blended it into the existing roof. And we just put a big piece of trim up there to hide the old, you know, where the old eave was coming out. So we went a little higher. So that trim just hides it. We're actually going to repaint the color in this house. We don't like the color, so it's not that great. But painted all the railings. These are old railings we worked off of. And this Lanai was here already, so we just rebuilt it. Put a new structure down below. There's 4x4s going all the way to the ground, and new beams underneath holding it up. So it's really strong, and it's all 1 foot on center. It was 2 foot on center, so we just put another one in between because this New Tech, it flexes a little too much. So you gotta have at least 18-inch on center spacing for that. So we did 1 foot on center just because it was easier just to slap one in between the existing structure, and it's solid. So it came out good. It's a nice project. This is I'll show you the lights I set up. So you can see these string lights here. Just got them at Costco. Works really nice. It looks clean. I hid the wires on this side, so when you come out of the door, you'll see this side, and then when you turn this way, same thing. I put it on the opposite side so you don't see it. But you can see here how I attached it. I didn't want to screw into the beams. I mean, I spent so much time staining and sanding this, so I didn't want to put holes in it. So what I did was run a small little screw at an angle in between the tongue and groove in the corner there, and just put a zip tie right through the hole on this string, and then screwed the zip tie into that. So if I want to remove all this lighting, you're not going to see any holes at all. So I just wanted to keep it clean and not put any holes in this, but it's really nice. I set up a outlet, and it's just connected to an outlet with with one of these controllers. So with that there, you can actually use a remote and turn the lights on, off and on. So it's just pretty nice. Actually, it comes with 4 of them, so you can plug in 4 different things and control it with the same controller. It comes with 2 controllers, so pretty nice setup. I mean, it was just an easy way to add lighting out here, and it looks really good at night. So I like that. These logs came out good. I mean, this was a funky structure we had to build off of, so it was really difficult to tie it in. But Judah's a really good finish carpenter. He used to work at Kukio, one of the high-end resorts on the Big Island here, and it was multi-million-dollar homes he's working on. So he did a lot of custom work. You can see how nice these logs are. Yeah, so that's one of the projects we did here. It took a while. I'd say it took about at least 6 months. We did it during the rainy season, which was a pain. So we put some skylights in. Actually, this one, I got it on hinges, and I got it hooked here so I can go on a ladder, unhook this, open it up, and I can get on the roof. It's pretty high up. So that's the only way to get on a roof now, which is nice because I can clean my stack on my fireplace and I can get up there. I'm thinking about doing a deck up there on the roof here. It's pretty flat, so really nice view up there. It's actually really amazing to hang out up there during the sunset. So I might do something small up there and put a little railings and maybe just put a bench up there to hang out and watch the sunset. Put another skylight here over the table out here so get some lighting over here. Yeah, so that's my Lanai project that we did. Just wanted to show you guys the logs, because I'll be dealing with a lot of these on my excavation projects. So this one's pretty nice too. I'm gonna make a custom bar right here in the corner. I'm gonna take an Ohia log like this, cut it in half, a big one, and then use half of it, you know, with the live edge, and make a nice bar top, kind of going at an angle here, and set the grill there, and maybe put a little sink and a fridge out here. That's gonna be pretty bitchin', so I'll definitely make a video on that project. Alright, Rosie hanging out. Nice day today. Got a pretty bitchin' view right now. See, that's all ocean. So from right there all the way across and down, that's all ocean. All the way across. A pretty nice view from here. Alright, I gotta get to excavation, so I'll talk to you guys soon.